Hey, did you know that many people get into the institution of marriage with the wrong notion, with the wrong idea, for the wrong reasons, and that is why there is high increase of divorce rates all over the world. It's very, very alarming. So sit tight. I am Victoria Yusuf, aka Vicola. Today we're going to talk about wrong reasons why people get married. Wrong reasons why some people get into the institution of marriage. Alright, if you're new here, consider subscribing so that you can get more videos like this. We talk mainly on relationships and motivate you to become a better person in your business, in your relationships. Alright, so kindly stay tuned to the end. Yes, before we talk about the wrong reasons why people get married, first of all, let's talk about marriage. Marriage is an institution created by God. Yes, it is instituted by God. So it's very, very key that if you're going to get married, you should know that it was started, it was formed by God. It's a union between a man and a woman, not boys, not teenagers, not even youths that are unprepared. God created Adam in the Garden of Eden at the beginning, and God gave Adam a job, a task to take care of the garden. So that means that any man or anybody that will get into marriage, especially the men, must have a job. And if you've listened to my previous video on why should I get married, or who should I marry rather, it's key for you to know that before you can go into marriage, you need to have a job as a man, because it's an institution that will demand you to constantly spend money. So if you don't have a job as a man, please don't even consider it. First, use your passion, your energy to get a job. God gave Adam a job, a task to do, because he knows the responsibility it is to have a wife, to take care of your home, to take care of children, to pay school fees, to do so many things. Every day you will eat morning, afternoon, night. Then your wife will eat morning, afternoon, night. Your children will eat. So it takes a whole lot of tax for a man to find a job and to keep it. We know of many men that get jobs and don't keep it. So for you to be under a boss, it means you have to be teachable, be able to correct. In fact, it's a whole lot of job. That tax alone that God gave to Adam, it encompasses more than 14 things. Okay, so a young man that doesn't have a job is nobody you should even consider marrying. I know some people will say you'll get a job later. Good luck for you when he gets a job, and if he's willing to take responsibilities, good for you. So the major thing is every man that wants to get married must get a job, have something you're doing, have a constant income. Even if it's a business, you should know certain amount that comes in for you weekly, monthly, or yearly. Okay, number two thing is for you to understand that marriage is a partnership. Before you get into marriage, you should know it's a partnership between the man and the wife. That's why we want, or we talk more of a mature man. And for a person that wants to get into marriage, there are four major things I feel it's important for you to be matured in. First of all, is physically. That's why I said a man, not a child, not a teenager. A man that is mature physically, a woman that is mature physically. You have, say, between 20 and 25 for women, and between 22 and above for men. Okay, then spiritually, yes, because marriage is governed by spiritual things. We are spiritual beings in a body. So if you are spiritual, you'll be able to sense the things of God and know when to do certain things like prayer, fasting, and things like that. So that's very, very key. Number 3 is you need to be financially steady, financially mature. Okay, that goes back again to the job that I mentioned earlier. It's key for me because I can't consider a man that is not working. So sisters, I'm encouraging you to get married or choose someone who is working. And you two ladies, please, you need to know the importance of getting a job, a tax, or an income. There are ladies that have properties of their own. There are single ladies that have job or skill of their own. It's not good for you to just say, well, he's rich, he's this and that. That is his. Please get your own so that you can have a say in your home. You can be able to support, you can be able to take care of yourself, pamper yourself. Okay? So these are the major things. Oh, materially, yes. A man that wants to get married should be financially stable and materially mature. Okay, so that's all we can take for today. Watch the remaining parts, okay, on wrong reasons why people get married. I'll give you a tip. People get married because of pressure. A lot of ladies and a lot of guys also get married because of pressure from society, pressure from their parents, of their friends. I remember many years ago, I wanted to get married by all means because a friend of mine was getting married. I was in 100 level in the university, and because a friend of mine got married, in fact I was her chief bridesmaid, and then I went to the person I was dating then and I said, please, I want to get married. And he said the most amazing things I have ever heard in my life, that a man will sincerely tell a lady. Okay, he told me that don't say because your friend, let's say her name is Beauty, don't say because Beauty, your friend, is getting married, that you two must get married at the same time. Initially, I felt he was just giving me another, excuse for not getting married to me then. But later, when I thought about it, when I got home, I said, well, it's true. I shouldn't get married because Beauty is getting married. Let me get married in my own time, in my own space, when I'm ready and when I find the right person. Okay? So that took me time to digest, and I decided to start reading books more on relationship and getting myself prepared. So you hear me a lot talking about reading books. It's taught me a whole lot, as it changed my mentality. It made me stronger and bolder than ever before. So if you haven't started reading books on relationship and you want to get married, please don't kid yourself. Life is too short for you to dabble into marriage without you having a backup. For you not to rush out, don't rush in. And for you not to make a mistake in who you marry and when you marry, it's important for you to read books. For example, there is a book I read that told me that the person I want to marry, I should look at his father. Yes, look at the man's father. The things he does at home is likely what my husband will end up doing at home. Please let that sink in. And then what his mother does at home is what he's likely going to expect me to do when we get married. So if I've not read that, how would I have known? So in fact, when we got married, exactly, thank God I read the book. I asked questions, before, and he did say that, okay, this and this is what his mother does at home, and this is what his dad does at home. Directly or indirectly, I noticed that a lot of, or not a lot, a few of those things that his father does at home, my husband began to do them also. And directly or indirectly, he mentioned the things his mother does at home and expected me to do it. And I had to say, sorry, my upbringing, what my own mom does at home, okay, is what me I will likely do. And what my dad does at home is what I was expecting my husband to do. But because I have read that in a book, okay, he gave me a shift, and he even gave me a reason to ask him ahead. So I now knew what his mother does, what his father does, and I knew what my own parents do. And I told him what my parents do at home. And he told me what his own parents do at home. Excuse me, sorry for laughing so much. Because I remember that one of the things he said his mother does is cleaning the compound or the house and taking care of the his father's clothes. And that is one of the things I dislike so much. So we had to go back and forth until we were able to come to a conclusion. So please, ladies, if you don't read, you will just get home and the man will be expecting you to do some things that his mother is doing, or he will start doing some things his own father was doing, which normally we feel is the right thing, which we feel since it works for them, it will work for me. But remember that individuals are different, and that is why you need to read, you need to know God, you need to know the principles of marriage, guidelines from the Bible, so that when it's time for you I'm so sorry, I don't know why I can't stop myself from laughing. So when it's time for you to make decisions, you ask a lot of questions. Maybe I'll do a video on that. Questions you should ask before saying I do. Thank you. I will think about that seriously. So that's all we can take for today. Let me go and do my laughing behind the video. Babies behind the scene. Alright, take care of yourselves and please watch out for the next video and subscribe so that you can get more exciting videos like this. Take care of yourself and enjoy your week.